Good morning po. So today po is March 27, 2024. So magkakaroon po tayo uli ng PREBID conference for 4 projects from 24 DJs 0121 to 24 DJs 0124. So, hingin po muna natin ang presensya ng Panginoon sa pamamagitan ng panalangin na pangunahan po ni Engineer Joyce Carledinho.
Sige po, tayo po yung manalangin. Lord, salamat po sa araw na ito na iningatan mo po kami, bawat isa sa amin. Lord, dalangin po namin na sa private na ito, ikaw po yung mataas at bigyan mo po ng kaalaman ng bawat isa para maunawaan po kung anong mga didiscuss po sa private. Lord, sa'yo lang po namin ibinabalat ang lahat. Sa pangalan ng Panginoong Jesus, Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Engineer Dinyo. So, let us welcome po dun sa lahat ng naka-join na dito sa ating conference. Ito po ay via Zoom and via YouTube live streaming ng DPWH Quezon DEO. Welcome po dun sa ating mga back members. Nasa line na po. And good morning po kay Engineer Faustino Mark Anthony de la Cruz. Good morning, sir.
Morning po, ma'am. Good morning to all.
Good morning po. Thank you po. And back member, Engineer Charlotte Abalencia. Good morning po. So, nasa line na rin po ang ating back TWG head, si Engineer Jomel Reyes. Good morning, sir. Back TWG member, Engineer Jean Paul Abril. Good morning po.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Back TWG member, Miss Glyren Losloso. Morning.
Good morning po, ma'am. Good morning po sa lahat.
Thank you po. Back TWG member, Engineer Rainier Palaganas.
Morning, ma'am. Sa lahat.
Thank you po. Back TWG member, Engineer Marco Brian Britton. Morning.
Morning po. Good morning, ma'am.
Thank you. Back TWG member, Engineer Ezra L. Aplica. Good morning po.
Good morning po, ma'am. Good morning po sa lahat.
Thank you po. Sa back secretariat po, nasa line na po si Miss Laila Darama. Good morning, ma'am. Back secretariat member, Miss Karen Joy Aragon. Morning.
Good morning po, ma'am. Good morning po sa lahat.
Back secretariat member, Engineer Joyce Carledinho.
Good morning po.
Okay. Back secretariat member, Engineer Mayo Collado. Good morning po.
Good morning po.
Thank you po. So, sa programmer po, si Engineer Leo Glorioso. Good morning, sir.
Good morning po, ma'am.
Thank you. And sa interested contractor po, nasa line na po si Miss Justine ng Wacon Construction and Wacon Builders and Construction Supply Corporation. Good morning po. So, muli po magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ito po si Engineering Padarada ng Procurement Unit. So, para po sa message ng ating back member, let us welcome Engineer Faustino Mark Anthony de la Cruz. Sir.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning po. Good morning po sa lahat. Isa lang naman po ang ating purpose sa ating private conference po, ay yung malinawan po ang ating mga prospective bidders dun sa gagawin nating activities for the bidding. So, makinig po ang ating bidders dun sa ating mga presenters. You can ask question po para malinawan at para po sa bidding natin ay wala po tayong maging problema. Yun lang po, Ma'am Nimpa, at magandang umaga po sa atin lahat.
Thank you po, Engineer Mark. So, nakinig po natin ang mensahe po ng ating back member, Engineer Faustino Mark Anthony de la Cruz. So, for the presentation po, let us welcome Engineer Mayo Collado.
Thank you po, ma'am. Good morning po. Number 1, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Cabatang, Dolores, Quezon Province. Contract ID number 24DJ0121. Scope of work, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall. Number of buildings, 1. Approved budget for the contract, 7,425,000 pesos. Source of fund, GAA 2024. Contract duration, 210 calendar days. Size range, small b, license category C and D. Cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos. Contract profile for 24DJ0121. Major categories of work, BICW OPLS, dimension 1 story, cost estimate for the major categories of work, 7,425,000 pesos. Similar major categories of work, BICWPH SCP, BICWPLSCP, BICWPHSDP, BICWOPHS, BIH, BIL, and BIM. Number 2, 002, Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, Construction Maintenance of Flood Mitigation Structures and Drainage Systems, Construction of Dumacaa River Flood Control Structure, Package 19, Lucena City, Quezon. Contract ID number 24DJ0122. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure, net length 230 linear meters. Approved budget for the contract, 96,500,000 pesos. Source of fund, GAA 2024. Contract duration, 330 calendar days. Size range, medium A, license category B. Cost of bidding documents, 50,000 pesos. Contract profile for 24DJ0122. Major categories of work, FCSPS, dimension 230 linear meters. Cost estimate for the major category of work, 96,500,000 pesos. Similar major categories of work, RCSPS, FHR, PHC, FHD. Number 3, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Rehabilitation, Completion of Multipurpose Building, Covered Court, Barangay Bulakin 2, Dolores, Quezon. Contract ID number 24DJ0123. Scope of work, rehabilitation, completion of MP building, covered court. Number of buildings, 1. Approved budget for the contract, 2,475,000 pesos. Source of fund, GAA 2024. Contract duration, 180 calendar days. Size range, small b, license category C and D. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos.
Contract profile for 24 DJ0123. Major categories of work, BICWOPLS. Dimension, 1 story. Cost estimate for the major categories of work, 2,475,000 pesos. Similar major categories of work, BICWPHSCP, BICWPLSCP, BICWPHSDP, BICWPLSDP, BICWOPHS, BIH, BIL, and BIM. Last project, number 4, 002, Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, construction maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage systems, construction of the Dumacaa River Flood Control Structure, Package 21, Lucena City, Quezon. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure, net length 230 linear meters, ABC 96,500,000 pesos. Source of funds GAA 2024, contract duration 330 calendar days. Size range medium A, license category B. Cost of bidding documents 50,000 pesos. Contract profile for 24 DJ0124. Major categories of work FCSPS. Dimension 230 linear meters. Cost estimate for the major category of work, 96,500,000 pesos. Similar major categories of work, RCSPS, FHR, PHC, FHD. Bid opening, April 11, 2024 at 9 a.m. So proceed po tayo sa discussion po ng program and plans.
Hello,
po,
good morning.
kami programmer.
Yes, for our first project po, project title natin is Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Building Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Cabatang, Dolores, Quezon Province. Contract ID is 24DJ0121. Plans of the proposed project. First page po natin, title page. Perspective, key map, location map, vicinity map. Site development plan and demolition plan. Summary of quantities. Ground floor plan, second floor plan, and roof plan. Front and rear elevations. Right and left side elevations. Longitudinal and transverse sections. Schedule of doors and windows and window molding details. Reflected ceiling plan and details of aluminum soffit panel and metal fairing. Floor finish layout. Wall finish layout. Detail of staircase and detail of ramp. Detailed plan of toilet, section of toilet, detail of signage and railing. Detail of field office. Detail of project billboard. General construction notes. Page 2 of general construction notes. Foundation plan, second floor framing plan, and roof framing plan. Reinforcing details. Detail of end wall and staircase section. Detail of staircase. J-bolt spacing, roof panel side lap detail, and isometric view of connection of roofing. Detail elevation of truss. Truss connection details. Electrical notes, legends and symbols, load schedule, riser diagram details, and detail of panel board. Ground floor and second floor lighting layout. Ground floor and second floor power layout. Ground floor and second floor sanitary layout. Ground floor and second floor cold water line layout. Ground floor, second floor, and roof storm drainage layout. Isometric diagrams for sanitary line, storm drainage line, and CWL isometric diagram. Fire protection details, general notes and legends. Air conditioning details and general notes and legends. Fire detection single line diagram and fire detection layouts. CCTV layout and general notes and single line diagram details. Project scope of works. For part A, facilities for the engineer. Item A.1.13, construction of field office for the engineer. A.1.111, provision of furniture, fixtures, and equipment and appliances for the field office for the engineer. A.1.41, provision of progress photographs. For part B, other general requirements. B.31, permits and clearances. B.51, project billboard, signboard. B.71, occupational safety and health. B.91, mobilization, demobilization. For part C, earthworks. Item 8011, removal of structure and obstruction. 8031A, structure excavation, common soil. 8041A, embankment from structure excavation, common soil. 8042A, embankment from barrow, common soil. 8047, gravel field. For part D, reinforced concrete. Item 901D, structural concrete, 4,000 PSI at 28 days. 901C, structural concrete, 3,000 PSI at 28 days. 9021A1, reinforcing steel, grade 40. 9021A2, reinforcing steel, grade 60. 9032, formworks and false works. For part E, finishing and other civil works. Item 1001, soil poisoning. 1046 2A1, CHB non-load bearing, 100 mm. 1046 2A2, CHB non-load bearing, 150 mm. 1010 wooden doors and windows. 1010 2A doors splash. 1010 2B door wood panel. 1006 steel doors and frames. 1008 1B aluminum glass windows casement type. 1008 1C aluminum glass window awning type. 1051 1A railing. 1027 1 cement plaster finish. 1021 1A cement floor finish plain. 1003 1A1 ceiling. 1038 1 reflective insulation. 1018 1 glazed tiles and trims. 1018 2 unglazed tiles. 2016 1A waterproofing cement base. 1032 1A painting works masonry concrete. 2032 1B painting works wood. 2032 1C painting works steel. 1013 1 corrugated metal roofing gauge 26. 1047 8A structural steel trusses. 1047 8B structural steel purlins. 1047 5D metal structure accessories steel plates. 1047 5B metal structure accessories sagrants. 1047 5C metal structure accessories cross bracing. 1047 3 metal structure accessories. 1047 4B metal structure accessories stern backen. 1047 4A metal structure accessories bolt and rods. 1032 2B fabricated metal roofing accessories gauge 26 flashing. 1013 2C fabricated metal roofing accessory gauge 24 gutter. 1001 8 sewer line works. 1002 24 cold water lines. 1001 9 storm drainage and downspout. 1002 4 plumbing fixtures. 1001 11 septic bolt tank. 1001 5B catch basin. For part F electrical 1110 conduit boxes and fitting conduit works conduit rough in. 110133 wires and wiring devices. 11021 panel board and main and branch breaker. 11031 lighting fixtures. 11061 CCTV system. For part G mechanical 120013A air conditioning package split type. 12025 fire hose cabinet assembly. 12081 fire alarm system. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have one backhoe with 0.8 cubic meter capacity, one dump truck, 12 cubic yard, one chainsaw, one plate compactor, two concrete brivator, one pumpcrete, one bar cutter, one bar bender, one bagger mixer, one welding machine, one cutting outfit, one power trowel, and one truck mounted crane. For the manpower requirements, we have one project manager with 5 years of experience, one project engineer with 5 years of experience, one accredited materials engineer, one construction foreman, one first aider, and one safety officer. Approved budget for the contract is 7,425,000 pesos. Contract duration is 210 calendar days.
Thank you po, Engineer Kenny.
Thank you po.
Any questions po? Wala pong question. Proceed po tayo sa next project. Thank you po.
Hello, good morning po. For our next project po, OO2 Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, Construction Maintenance of Flood Mitigation Structures and Drainage Systems, Construction of Dumacaa River Flood Control Structure, Package 19, Lucena City, Quezon, with contract ID 24DJ0122. Plans of the proposed project. Title page. Index of drawings. Summary of quantities. Key map, vicinity map, location map, and layout plan. General construction notes. Pavement layout plan for pathway. Detailed connection of reinforced structure to sidewalk and parapet blocks. Typical cross-section. Whip holes partial details. Details of whip holes. Section showing curb and gutter. Parapet blocks in large section. Stone masonry typical cross-section. Section showing metal grating and catch basin. Straight line diagram. Showing in coffer damming plan. Detailed section of retaining walls. Isometric drawing. Cross-section of sheet pile. Detailed plan of field office. Detailed plan of project billboard. Plan and profile of the project. Cross-sections of the project. For the scope of works, for Part A, facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, provision of field office staff for the assistants to the engineer, provision of progress photographs. For Part B, other general requirements, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization, detour access road. For Part D, reinforced concrete, structural concrete 4,000 PSI, Class A at 28 days, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, reinforcing steel deformed grade 60. For Part L-A, earthworks, clearing and grabbing, unsuitable excavation, structure excavation, common soil, shoring, cribbing, and related works, cribbing, coffer damming, embankment from borough, gravel fill. For Part L-B, bank and slope protection works, stone masonry, structural steel shield piles furnished, structural steel sheet piles driven. For Part L-C, drainage works, pipe culverts, 910 mm diameter, plus 2 RCPC, adjusting catch basin. For Part C, earthworks, foundation fill, subgrade preparation, common materials. For Part D, subbase course, aggregate subbase course. For Part E, surface courses, Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 0.23 meters thick, 14 days. For Part H, miscellaneous structures, curb and gutter precast, sidewalk 100 millimeters thick, trees, furnishing, and transplanting. Minimum equipment requirements for the project. Low bed trailer, backhoe, motorized road grader, vibratory roller, water truck, concrete vibrator, concrete screeder, concrete saw blade, bar cutter, joint sealer machine, one bagger mixer, bar bender, cargo truck, service crane, dump truck, water pump, plate compactor, truck mountain crane, vibro hammer, generator set, welding machine, cutting outfit, payloader, and boom truck. Manpower requirements, one project manager with 5 years total experience, 1 project engineer with 5 years total experience, 1 accredited materials engineer 1 construction foreman with 5 years total experience, 1 first aider, and 1 safety officer. Approved budget for the contract, 96,500,000 pesos. Contract duration, 330 calendar days.
Thank you po, Engineer Leo. Any questions po? Wala pong question. Proceed po tayo sa next project po. Thank you.
Hello. Good morning po ulit for our third project. Project title natin is Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Rehabilitation, Completion of Multipurpose Building, Covered Court, Barangay Bulakin 2, Dolores, Quezon. Contract ID 24DJ0123. Plans of the proposed project. First page po natin is title page. Perspective, key map, location map, vicinity map. Site development plan. Summary of quantities. Ground floor plan, roof plan. Front and rear elevations. Left and right side elevations. Longitudinal and transverse sections. Detail of metal fairing and reflected ceiling plan. Floor finish plan and wall finish plan. Details of field office. DPWH standard project billboard details. General construction notes. Page 2 of general construction notes. Foundation plan and roof framing plan. Detail of column footing, detail of wall footing, and typical detail of beam. Detailed section of bleachers and truss and bleacher steps. Detail of rafter, detailed section of stage, detail of reinforced concrete wall, detail of truss eaves, detail of truss anchorage. Electrical notes and specifications, legends and symbols, load schedule, single line diagram, and riser diagram. Lighting and power layout. Detail of catch basin and storm drainage layout. Storm drainage layout and isometric diagram of storm drainage line. Project scope of works. For part A, facilities for the engineer. A.1.13, construction of field office for the engineer. A.1.111, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer. A.1.112, 8.4.1, provision of progress photographs. For Part B, other general requirements, B.31, permits and clearances. B.51, project billboard signboard. B.71, occupational safety and health. B.91, mobilization and demobilization. For earthworks, item 802, clearing and grubbing. 8031A, structure excavation. 8041A, embankment from roadway structure excavation. 8042A, embankment from barrow. 8047, gravel fill. For Part D, reinforced concrete. 901D, structural concrete, 4,000 PSI at 28 days. 901C, structural concrete, 3,000 PSI at 28 days. Item 9021A1, reinforced steel, deformed, grade 40. 9021A2, reinforcing steel, deformed, grade 60. 9032, formworks and falseworks. For Part E, finishing and other civil works. Item 1001, soil poisoning. 1046 2A2, CHB non-load bearing, 150 mm. 1027-1, cement plaster finish. 1021-1A, cement floor finish plain. 1003-1A1, ceiling, 4.5 mm. 1003-11A1, fascia board, 19 mm. 1032-1A, painting works, masonry, concrete. 1032-1B, painting works, wood. 1032-1C, painting works, steel. 1032-5, textured finish. 1031, corrugated metal roofing, gauge 26. 1047 8A, structural steel trusses. 1047 8B, structural steel purlins. 1047 5D, metal structure accessories, steel plates. 1047 5B, metal structure accessories, sagrads. 1047 5A, metal structure accessories, bolts and rods. 1013 2C, fabricated metal roofing accessory, gauge 24, gutter. 1001-9, storm drainage and downspout. 1001-5B, catch basins, CHB. For Part F, electrical works. 1110, conduits, boxes, and fittings. 1101-33, wires and wiring devices. 11021, panel board with main and branch breakers. 11031, lighting fixtures. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have 2 dump truck, 1 plate compactor, 2 concrete vibrator, 1 pump kit, 1 bagger mixer, 2 welding machine, 1 cutting outfit, 1 power trowel, 1 truck mounted crane, 1 backhoe, 1 jackhammer, 1 bar cutter, and 1 bar bender. For the manpower requirements, we have 1 project manager with 5 years of experience, 1 project engineer with 5 years of experience, 1 accredited material engineer 1, 1 construction foreman, 1 first aider, 1 safety officer. Approved budget for the contract is 2,475,000 pesos. Contract duration is 180 calendar days.
Thank you po. Any questions po?
Thank you po.
Wala pong question. Proceed po ulit tayo sa next project. Thank you po.
Hello, good morning po. For our last project po, OO2 Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, Construction, Maintenance of Flood Mitigation Structures and Drainage Systems, Construction of Dumacaa River Flood Control Structure, Package 21, Lucena City, Quezon, with contract ID 24DJ0124. Plans of the proposed project. title page, index of drawings, key map, vicinity map, location map, and layout plan, general construction notes, summary of quantities, pavement layout plan for a roadway, detail of connection of reinforced structure to sidewalk and parapet blocks, detail of expansion joint at certain intersection and structures. Typical cross-section. Whip holes partial elevation, details of whip holes, section showing curb and gutter, parapet blocks in large section, stone masonry typical cross-section, and section showing metal grating and catch basin. Straight line diagram, shoring and coffer damming plan. Detail section of retaining wall, isometric drawing, cross-section of sheet pile. Detailed plan of project billboard. Detailed plan of field office. Plan and profile of the project. Cross-sections of the project. Scope of works. For Part A, facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment and appliances for the field office for the engineer, provision of field office staff for the assistance to the engineer, provision of progress photographs. Part B, other general requirements, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization, detour access road. For Part D, reinforced concrete, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, reinforcing steel deformed grade 60, structural concrete 4,000 PSI, Class A 28 days. For Part L-A, earthworks, clearing and grubbing, unsuitable excavation, gravel fill, shoring, cribbing and drain excavation, paving coffer damming, embankment from borough. For Part L-B, bank and slope protection works, stone masonry, structural steel shield piles, furnished, structural steel sheet piles driven. For Part L-C, drainage works, pipe culverts 910 mm diameter, Class 2 RCPC, adjusting catch basin. For Part C, earthworks, subgrade preparation, common material, foundation fill. For Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. For Part E, surface courses, part land, cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.23 meters thick, 14 days. For Part H, miscellaneous structures, curb and gutter precast, sidewalk 100 millimeters thick, trees, furnishing and transplanting. Minimum equipment requirements for the project. Low bed trailer, backhoe, motorized road grader, vibratory roller, water truck, concrete vibrator, concrete screeder, concrete saw blade, bar cutter, joint sealer machine, one bagger mixer, bar bender, cargo truck, service crane, dump truck, water pump, bed compactor, truck mounted crane, vibro hammer, a generator set, welding machine, cutting outfit, payloader, and boom truck. Manpower requirements. One project manager with 5 years total experience. One project engineer with 5 years total experience. One accredited materials engineer 1. One construction foreman with 5 years total experience. One first aider and one safety officer. Approved budget for the contract, 96,500,000 pesos. Contract duration, 330 calendar days.
Thank you po. Any question po? Wala pong question. Proceed po tayo sa submission of bids. Thank you po.
Submission of bids, the two envelope system, one original copy of the technical proposal in a sealed envelope, and one original copy of financial bid proposal in a sealed envelope, placed in one sealed envelope. Bidding date, April 11, 2024. Submission of bidding documents until 9 a.m. only, and the opening of bidding documents at 9 o'clock a.m. Submission, bids must be duly received by the box secretariat through 1 manual submission and 2 electronic, online or electronic submission as per DEO number 87 series of 2020. Advertisement, electronic bids underscore Quezon 2 at dpwh.gov.ph is the assigned email address of the Quezon 2 DEO where electronic bids shall be submitted and received. It is specified in the invitation to bid and bidding documents of the contract, which allows electronic submission of bids. Upon posting of the invitation to bid and bidding documents in the DPWH PhilJobs website in a conspicuous place pursuant to Section 21 of the IRR of RA 9184, the box secretariat created a folder in the electronic bid submission and receipt SharePoint site, the eBid portal, for the contract ID allowing electronic submission of bids. The folder name should be consistent with the contract ID scheme provided under DO number 33 series of 2018. For the opening of bids, for hybrid system of submission where electronic and manual bids were received for a particular contract, electronic bids must be opened first before the manual bids. The same applies to the technical and financial archive files in the electronic bids, which shall open prior to the technical and financial envelope in the manual bids. Checklist of technical component envelope, the first envelope. For Class A documents, the legal documents, number 1, valid PhilJobs registration certificate for platinum membership, all pages. Number 2, the registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, from Department of Trade and Industry or DTI for sole proprietorship or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent documents. Number 3, the payers or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders is located, or the equivalent documents for exclusive economic zone or areas. Number 4, the tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 was finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. For eligibility documents, number 1, statement of prospective bidders of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Number 2, the statement of bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules of the IRR. The bidder must have completed SLCC that is similar to the contract to be bid and whose value adjusted to current prices using PSA consumer price indices must be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid. The SLCC shall be supported by an owner's certificate final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CPES. In case of contract in private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Number 3, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board license or the PCAB license or a special PCAB license in case of joint ventures. For financial documents, NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid. The NFCC is the current asset minus current liabilities minus the value of all outstanding or uncompleted portion of the projects under ongoing, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. Number 2, the audited financial statement showing among others the prospective bidder's total current assets and liabilities Stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. Number 3, the bid security. An original copy of notarized bid securing declaration using prescribed format or any form of bid security in an amount equal to a percentage of the ABC in accordance with the following schedule as per IRR section 27.2. A, the cash or cashiers or managers check issued by a universal or commercial bank 2% of ABC. B, the bank check or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank using form DPWH Infra 10 or 11, 2% of ABC. The surety bond callable on demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5% of ABC. The bids and bid security shall be valid within 120 calendar days from the opening of bids, and it should be specified in the bid security in any form, and please indicate the expiry date. Project requirements, which shall include the following: A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid from DPWH Infra 12. B, list of contractors' key personnel, including project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and foreman, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification experience data. Form DPWH Infra 13. C, the duly signed list of contractors pledged major equipment unit which own and or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. This equipment must meet the minimum major equipment requirements for the contract set in the BDS Form DPWH Infra 14. And please note that pledged equipment must comply the DO number 9 and DO number 58, both series of 2012. D, the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement in accordance with section 25.3 of the IRR, and D, if applicable, the original notarized secretary certificate in KCP Corporation, partnership or cooperative, or special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, give full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and who acts to represent the bidder. For Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 45666 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence.
For the checklist of financial component envelope, second envelope. The financial proposal shall contain the following. 1. Original duly signed English financial bid form. 2. Original duly signed bid prices bill of quantities using form DPWH Infra 16 and 17. 3. Duly accomplished detailed estimate form, including summary sheets, indication that the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rental is in account with the bid. And 4. Duly signed cash flow by quarter using form DPWH Infra 18. Additional requirements. Duly notarized affidavit of site inspection. The construction safety and health program intended for this specific project must be attached in the technical documents. The construction safety and health program should also be incomplete in accordance with all the checklists and DOLE DEO number 12 series of 2004. It includes a DOLE application form, construction safety and health officer, first aider, test the certificate of heavy equipment operator and their critical workers, testing and inspection of heavy equipment if applicable, and other pertinent documents for the approval of the program. Updated CPES rating or latest certification coming from the CPES that no rating was conducted for the past years, intended for the specific project to be bid. Minimum material testing equipment requirement pursuant to DO number 80, series of 1990, and reiterated in DO 138, series of 2015. Cleared photocopies of the ID and latest PRC ID of the project manager, project engineer, and materials engineer assigned with the project to be bid.
Criteria of eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification. As per 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 and latest GPPB issuances, the first envelope shall be opened to determine the compliance with the documents required to be submitted for eligibility and for the technical requirements as prescribed in the IRR. The back check the submitted documents of each bidder against the checklist of requirements to ascertain if they are all present using pass or fail criterion. For every document required that is present, it shall be rated pass. But in case of fail to include any requirements resulting to incomplete required document, it shall be considered failed. Otherwise, the back shall rate the first envelope pass. Immediately after determining the compliance of the first envelope, the back shall open the second envelope or the financial documents using again the pass or fail criterion in determining compliancy based on the checklist requirements. When the bid price exceeds the approved budget for the contract or ABC, it is automatically rated as failed. All bids shall be subject for evaluation, and the lowest calculated bid or the highest rated bid shall undergo post-qualification to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents. Additional information, entering into contract requirements to be complied by the winning bidder. 1. Construction methods using Form DPWH Infra 45. 2. Construction schedule in the form of precedence diagram and bar chart with this curve and cash flow into the duration of the project or number of days using Form DPWH Infra 46. 3. Manpower schedule using Form DPWH Infra 47. 4. Equipment utilization schedule using Form DPWH Infra 48. 5. Clear photocopies of TIN ID and latest PRC ID of the project manager, project engineer, and materials engineer assigned to the project. 6. Performance security and performance securing declaration. 7. Contract for all risk insurance. 8. For joint venture agreement, pick up special joint venture license. 9. CHSP initially approved the hope and of the concurrence. Reminder to bidders who will submit manually and to bidders who submitted their bids online that will submit their original documents. Submit documents with table of contents paginated in book long with your tags pursuant to Bill 90 series of 2002. Proposal booklet should be signed and attached in the technical envelope. There should be documentary stamp on bidder's bond and all other notarized documents. Materials engineer should be accredited and certificate of accreditation should be updated. Intended for the specific project. The estimate and the summary sheet must be in detail. The contractor's authorized representative must present their valid company and any government issued ID. Reminder to all bidders, please use A4 size of bond paper for technical and financial bid proposal. Use the prescribed info form which can find bid proposal booklet updated March 31, 2021. DEO 35 series of 2008, the guidelines in the implementation of the 3-strike policy in procurement of civil works and consultancy services contracts with the department and reiterated in DEO 28 series of 2024, the 3-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure works, bids, and consulting services. Thank you po.
Thank you po, Ma'am Karen Joy Aragon and Ma'am Laila. Kung may questions po kayo after this live, pwede po kayong pumunta dito sa opisina. Or pwede po kayong tumawag sa telephone number na nakalagay po sa ating invitation to bid. And reminder lang po ulit, baka po hindi napansin ng ating baka po hindi napansin yung pong ating DO about 3-strike policy for the procurement of civil works, goods and services, and consultancy IDO 28 series of 2024 na po. And mababalikan niyo po ang ating live sa ating pong YouTube account. And then meron pa po kayong message para po sa kanila. So kung ano na, wala na po, magkita-kita po ulit tayong lahat sa April 11. Yun lang po, and maraming salamat sa lahat na nag-join.